Hey guys, welcome back to Sister Girl Talk TV. I told y'all I would come back and bring y'all some updates on Dasha Kelly. Y'all remember her, the one that scammed GoFundMe with using her boyfriend children. And for those of y'all that don't remember, well, you can go back into my previous videos and listen to the story where we talked about her and how she went on different news platforms talking about how she was a single mom and about to be evicted and scam GoFundMe out of over $200,000. Yeah, her. Well, remember in that video, I mentioned to you guys how I felt like, in my opinion, the entire family was in on it, and how the biological mom took to this blogger's platform and did her own interview saying how she had no idea what was going on, that she was at work when she found out about it, and then she called and spoke to the children's father. Well, yeah, let's talk about that, because like I mentioned, this mom also has a GoFundMe set up, that she set up from that blogger's page. I mean, for me, I just don't get it. I mean, we watch these things, you see it. We seeing it with our own eyes. We're watching it. And we just, I mean, you just still believe the banana in the tailpipe. I mean, I just don't get it. This mom, oh, I mean, her name is Shadia, Shadi. At this point, I don't even care. Her name does, at this point, it doesn't even matter. It's just, I mean, during her interview, she goes on talking about how she found out, how it was brought to her attention, how she don't watch the news, how her whole day is just, it consists of just work from 8 a.m. to 1 a.m. Not to mention, she refers to the boyfriend's girlfriend as the stepmom multiple times during the interview, saying how she called them on the phone and she want her kids back. Operative word, back. Saying how she had multiple opportunities herself to put her kids on YouTube and other different platforms. Not to mention, she's a mother of 8. She has 8 children and counting, because she's with child. During that interview, she was with child. She's carrying. She's pregnant. Yeah, y'all heard me. She's pregnant with another child, who she referred to that father, that baby daddy, as her boyfriend a couple of times during the interview, then fiance, then back to boyfriend, then back to fiance. I mean, I just don't get it, you know? I mean, they go on these different platforms, and they just use these kids as pawns and make up these struggle stories. These woe is me. The woe is me. Look at me. I'm a victim. She's even kissing her baby a couple of times during the interview. The kids come in, during the interview, and she has to pause and stop and, mesmerize on her baby and kiss the child. I mean, girl, bye. Yeah. And then in the same breath, she turns around and talks about the dad, saying that when she called him, she said to him that if you needed money that bad, why didn't you go on the news and say you was a single father? Wow, really? He go on the news? But I thought you were the single parent raising the kids all by yourself. I mean, even when she was asked about Daisha during the interview, like, what was that conversation about? You could tell the way she was talking that they didn't have no argument. She wasn't mad. She wasn't really upset about that. I mean, watching that interview, anybody with eyes could see that she was just she was scamming number two. The alert should have just been going over her head. Scammer alert, scam alert, scam alert, scam alert. That's what you should have been seeing. She going on and on and on about how they got to come up or for her kids, because that's what it was all about. They was all in on it. That's just my opinion. And she didn't get her full cut. So she didn't get her cut. So she went out on another platform and got her and making her own coin off of it. That's just my opinion. That's the way I feel. That's what I think. Because she went on other platforms too, talking about it, and her story is different each time she talks about it. She's telling a different story, and then she's talking about her kids again, like, she's a victim. Oh, and if y'all go back and y'all watch the CNN interview, y'all see my kids was confused. They didn't know what was going on. Girl, what video you watched? Because in my opinion, girl, bye. Them kids look well rehearsed to me. They look like they knew what was going on. They look like they was told what to do, how to act, how to behave. You'll see even in that interview, the interviewer says, we're gonna let you go because you have your children. They were so well behaved during the interview. So it's like, or it's like, do I believe you or my lying eyes? Because I know what I saw. Just like when she was asked about the kids' father, be, if he knew about the kids being on the news, she hesitated, talking about she assumed that he knew. Girl, I thought you talked to him on the phone. What do you mean you assume he knew? But you talked to him, right? Y'all had a whole conversation about this, right? And then in the same breath, on another different platform, crying, talking about you don't know how people could donate to her and give her so much money for kids that's not hers. And if y'all listen to that interview where she's crying on that live, you'll hear what she say, who not desperate for money? Okay, maybe she was desperate for money, but who's not desperate for money? Girl, like you right in our face doing the same thing she did. You're doing the same thing she did. But then there we go. That's what we talk about, the banana in the tailpipe. I mean, y'all, she was boo-hooing. I mean, crying her eyeballs out, just like Daisha was on CNN. She was doing the same thing, crying her eyes out, talking about how she just can't believe how people donating to Daisha GoFundMe, and she's not her kid's mother. And CNN won't believe her and won't take her story, but they took Daisha's story. Yeah, y'all go on over there. I'm gonna put the link to that channel in my description box so y'all can go on over there and see her crocodile tears too, just like Daisha was on CNN. Yeah, like I say, it's just a sad day, and when we watch people the way they guide their children and teach their children to just lie and scam, because that's what they're doing. That's what they're teaching their kids, and that's how they're guiding them. Like, come on, kids, watch mommy, watch daddy. You don't have to become productive in society. This is how you get by, just scamming and lying. Like, I mean, oof, just a mess, just a hot mess. But anywho, thank you guys for watching. Thank you guys for listening. Don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe to the channel. And hit that notification bell so you'll be notified when I drop more videos.